Is the Rodgers concern gone?
Well, first of all, yes. Let me say that very, very quickly. I'm not concerned about Aaron Rodgers. I was disgusted by that atrocious performance he put forth a week ago, which is something that I came on television and acknowledged. He could call it BS all he wants to. We all know how much I love Aaron Rodgers. He's a bad man, but he was very, very bad in week one. It was an embarrassing performance he put up against the New Orleans Saints, and there's absolutely positively nothing wrong with somebody pointing that out because Aaron Rodgers needs to be reminded of the fact that he has established the standard of expectation that comes along with him. We didn't do that. He went on the field for over a decade and showed us a level of greatness we've rarely seen in the history of the National Football League from the quarterback position. So when you play like straight garbage, which is what he did in week one, it's a problem. We're going to point it out, and that's that. Now, did I expect him to do what he did last night? You're damn right I did. Now, sometimes history will have something to do with it. He was 6-0 coming off a loss, okay? He won 6-0. He's undefeated. Not to mention the fact last night marked the 5th consecutive time following a loss that he threw 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. He's now got 20 touchdowns and 0 interceptions coming off a loss. The brother is elite, and it was against the Detroit Lions. I get that. But here's why I say I have no concern about him. I didn't say the Packers in terms of their defense because that's a different problem altogether. I'm still not sold, even though they held Detroit scoreless in the second half, Keyshawn. I'm still not sold on Green Bay's defense with Joe Barry as the defensive coordinator. I don't think he should be there. I think Mike Pettin should still be there personally. That's where I stand with it. Having said all of that, I see Davante Adams had 8 receptions for 121 yards. I'm looking at Aaron Jones last night with his 4 touchdowns, and I'm saying if Aaron Jones is actively and productively involved in this offense, I have no concerns about Green Bay's offense, which means I have no concerns about Aaron Rodgers.
Well, as long as you got Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, there will be no concerns on the offensive side. You mentioned a defense. Defense is not very good. And Joe B is a friend of mine as the defensive coordinator. Yeah, they probably pulled the trigger on Mike Pettin a little too soon for whatever reasons. That playoff game kind of got him sent him packing. The Green Bay Packers, if you go back to last week against the New Orleans Saints, they didn't make the necessary adjustments that they needed to make throughout the course of the game. And Aaron Rodgers, in fact, talked about that. When you look at the Detroit Lions, Aaron Glenn, the former defensive back coach in New Orleans, is now the DC of the Lions. So they getting a second dose of what New Orleans is running in Detroit with Aaron Glenn, who's the defensive coordinator. So they made these adjustments by running the ball, getting the ball to Aaron Jones, doing different things on the offensive side. That's why you see a guy like Davante Adams be a part of what they're doing now. It's pretty easy and simple, Stephen A. When I get a second look at something and I'm tuned up and I'm ready to go, it's easier for me. I can process the information. They ran cover 2 shell, which is 2 high safeties, and Aaron Rodgers just picked his poison. If I'm going to dump it down to the back going to get it. Otherwise, I'm going to hit the tight end. Then when you look at the long, beautiful throw. It's like a beautiful throw to Davante Adams over the outside shoulder. But that's not the beauty of Aaron Rodgers. The beauty of Aaron Rodgers is getting the football into the playmakers' hands, not slowing them down, allowing them to catch the football and get the yak yardage, not throwing it behind them, too high, low, twisting and turning. When you think about that sort of stuff, that's why Aaron Rodgers is good. Everybody look at the beautiful 50-plus yard catch by Davante Adams and go, wow. No, it's the 2x2 check down to Aaron Jones coming out of the backfield for the touchdown. Didn't throw it behind him, threw it in front of him. Or it's the seam route on the tight end when the Mike is chasing him down the middle of the field and he drops it right over the Mike linebacker's head.
That's right,
for a touchdown.
That's
the beauty of Aaron Rodgers. As long as he continues to do that,
what we're talking about
the Packers is going to be they're going to be something to be reckoned with toward the end of the season.
We're talking about arguably the most elite thrower in the history of football. I mean, when we talk about, I know we talk about Patrick Mahomes because Patrick Mahomes is that dude and he's special and he's the most recent Super Bowl champion and we haven't seen a talent like that ever, blah, blah, blah. But I would make the argument when you look at Aaron Rodgers, in terms of his accuracy, this is why it was such a shock when we saw in week one. In week one, we've never seen that from him before. So when Aaron Rodgers sits up there at a press conference or stands up there at a press conference and he's talking about BS and all of this other stuff, most instances he's absolutely on the money. Last night, no, that wasn't BS. You did that to yourself because we saw you do things in week one you simply don't do. Look at the mile in which he threw it behind. I think it was Davante Adams when it got intercepted against, when he jumped up in the air and threw the pass. First of all, he doesn't do that. Secondly, he never throws it behind somebody like that.
He was playing out of character.
He was playing out of character. And we looked at him, we saw his body language combined with his performance, and we said, Who the hell is that? That's not the dude that we see and we've been watching since 2008 when he became a starter. That's on Aaron Rodgers. He returned to what we know him to be last night.
Yes.
And as a result, now we're back to doing what we've always done with the Green Bay Packers: question their defense and question their coaching.
Well, you're gonna get a lot of those questions answered when they travel to San Francisco.
Yeah.
Because San Francisco's been able to pop them over the last couple of years, and so that's
When
gonna
it's
tell you a
mattered
lot.
most.
Yeah, when it's mattered the most.
Yeah.
So going out to San Francisco and doing what they did last night will then put them in that seat up there with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Because right now, for me, they're not there yet. That defense, man, man, I don't even know why King is still on the roster.
Right.
I mean, they just
You know,
They're 23rd in scoring
Can I say this?
defense.
You talking about that
Ridiculous.
corner, King?
Yeah.
Let me tell you
Top of
something.
the pack.
Let me tell you something about King. I watched King last night, right? And I hate to do this because I don't like that. You know, I don't want to mess with nobody's money. I want them to.
No, you ain't messing with his money.
I want
You
him to
ain't
get their
messing
money,
with-
right?
yeah,
Let me
we all
say
do.
this. Let me say this. That brother lucky to be on the roster after he gave up that touchdown at the end of the first half in the NFC Championship game.
Absolutely.
This is Scotty Miller. I mean, what the hell were you thinking? And so we watched him again last night, and it's almost like guys look at him and they say, the quarterback's like, where is he?
Yeah.
Where whoever he's defending, let's go in that direction. So I want King to understand that's how opposing quarterbacks, opposing offensive coordinators, they're not only looking at him, they're looking for him.
they're gonna find him.
Where is he?
It's called the duck, Stephen.
There we go.
You find the duck and
Tom
you shoot
Brady
him
loves
down.
That's right. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.